What's up, guys? Let's talk about Marrowbone. So this is a Spanish drama, horror, and thriller film directed by Sergio G. Sanchez, and it's presented in an English language format. It stars George McKay, Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Heaton, and quite a few others. The film is set in 1969 when a British woman named Rose moves her family into a rural area in America where she used to live when she grew up, known as the Marrowbone House. Soon her health starts to worsen, and her 4 children, Jack, Jane, Billy, and Sam, are left to take care of themselves at some point. As this is going on, we start to uncover a mysterious presence in this house, and most of the film is kind of trying to figure out what exactly that is. Now, first of all, this is a very interesting and well-shot film. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more out of this director in the future. It reminds me of 2 other very specific horror and thriller films, although I can't tell you exactly what they are because if I did, you would have such a good idea of what this film is like that it might end up spoiling it for you, which I don't want to do. What I will say is there's a lot of good plot elements here, a lot of nice surprises and twists, and things that we're not quite sure where they're going to lead until near the end when things wrap up really nicely. I also enjoy that it's very character driven, and there's a lot of nice dynamic with this family and the sort of bond that they're trying to build and that they have. Not only that, but this film is genuinely scary at times, and I'm not usually that provoked by a horror film when I'm watching it alone. Usually with my friends I get a little bit more scared for some reason. This one definitely got me a few times, and there are a few jumpy moments, but not really that much of like an actual jump scare. And I didn't notice any actual false scares, which is also good. The structure of this film is also broken up, which might cause a little bit of confusion at first, but don't worry, as we definitely find out and are placed right back into those moments when they are key to the film. The cast of this film definitely intrigued me, as I'm a big fan of Anya Taylor-Joy now that I've seen her in The Witch, Split, and Thoroughbreds. She's an amazing up-and-coming actress, and I just can't wait to see pretty much any film she's going to be in. But I also really like seeing Charlie Heaton in this film. Since I've seen him quite a bit in Stranger Things, it was nice to see him play a more British character with a more authentic accent than his American accent in Stranger Things. I thought he did a great job as well. The other siblings were great too, especially the lead character from George McKay. I really appreciated how far he went with his character. He has a lot of really challenging moments and scenes in this film. The look of this film is really cool. It has like a nice gothic feel to it, but there's also a lot of green, a lot of nature, and really interesting, well-shot scenes that I really took notice of and appreciate about this movie. You can find this film on Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, and other places like that, and I'd say it's definitely worth the rent. I think this one would make for a good group watch, so if you can check it out with some friends, I highly recommend it. I think so far it's one of my top sleeper hits of 2018. Marrowbone balances several genres into one tightly crafted story, full of mystery, a strong family bond, and an ultimately frightening end result that is hard to forget. And that's why this film is a diligent pick. So guys, I'm not sure how many of you have actually heard of this film, but I'm very interested to see what you think about it. I'm also curious if you're able to kind of guess what the 2 films I mentioned are that are very similar to it, and what you think about that. If you do, leave a comment and maybe mention a little spoiler tag. I'm also curious to know if there are any other sleeper hits that you have to recommend from 2018 so far. My name is Dylan, and if you enjoyed the review, subscribe to my channel while this video ends and send me a thumbs up before you go. Thanks for watching, and stay diligent.